Hello. Today I will be talking about movie review number 1310. And this movie is On Swift Horses. On Swift Horses is a 2025 movie directed by Daniel Minahan. Minahan. Daniel Minahan. So this movie has Sony Pictures Classics, Ray Wine Entertainment, FirstGen Content Productions, and Wavelength Productions. I saw this movie on April 25th, 2025 at Regal Cinema 16 in Deerfield Town Center in Mason, Ohio. So, this movie details Miro and her husband Ree, who are beginning a bright new life in California, following Ree's return from the Korean War, which was upended by the arrival of Ree's charismatic younger brother Julius. Ree is keen for the three of them to build a new life together in San Diego, but Julius decides to travel to Las Vegas instead, where he finds employment in a casino and meets Henry, a male co-worker. Soon afterwards, Julius and Henry fall in love with each other, and they begin a secret romantic relationship, including living together in a motel room. Meanwhile, Miro embarks on a secret life of her own back in California, gambling on racehorses and discovering a love that she never thought possible after meeting a female neighbor of hers, Sandra. So we see Julius and Henry becoming a couple, and Muriel, even though she is married to her husband Ree, she has some interest, romantic interest in Sandra. So this movie is about love and how love is shaped and the varied lives that we live and the many different ways that one can make a home. Now, like I said before, we envisions him, his wife Miro, and his brother Julius to have a life together in San Diego. But Julius decides to go to Las Vegas. Even Muriel is not happy with this. And let's just say that after falling in love with Henry, something happens to Henry, and Julius is trying to figure out where he is. So this movie does have a lot of love elements in it, as Julius is in love with Henry, and Milo has some interest towards Sandra. And of course, I like how the movie is called On Swift Horses, especially since part of the movie is Muriel going to a casino, or not like a casino, but a place to gamble on racehorses, a racehorse track, I meant to say. So this movie has Daisy Edgar Jones as Muriel Edwards Walker, who is Ree's wife. Jacob Elordi portrays Julius Walker, who is Ree's brother. Will Porter portrays Ree Walker, who is Muriel's husband and Julius's brother. Diego Calva portrays Henry, who is Julius's lover. Sasha Cowley portrays Sandra, who is Muriel's neighbor and lover. Kat Honey portrays Gail, and Don Tracy portrays Terrence. So this movie, I believe, is based on a book by Shannon Puffahl, Pufahl. So I thought it was a pretty good movie, and it features two couples. Well, technically three, but Muriel is involved. Even though Muriel is the wife of Ree, she has romantic interest in Sandra. So she is involved with two people. And Julius is involved with Henry. But this movie will show how love can make and break us as Julius and Henry separate, and let's just say something happens to Henry and Julius needs to find him. And Muriel and Sandra there are times where things are going well, and then there are other times when Sandra knows that this wouldn't work, especially since Muriel is married. So I won't say what happens in the movie, but let's just say that when we, Muriel, and Julius first see each other at the beginning of the film, let's just say they're seeing each other again later on in the movie is quite different, especially as you get to see their varying lives that have happened throughout the movie. And we are still hoping that the three of them still go to San Diego together. Obviously, that was not the case at the end of the movie, but that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, it's pretty good. I definitely recommend it. So that's my movie review of On Swift Horses. Please enjoy from this movie review. Alright, goodbye.